Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. This Wellness Wednesday, we're talking about the hantavirus. By now, you've heard about it. It's a rare disease with flu-like symptoms that, in some cases, can cause severe respiratory issues. It recently spread on a cruise ship overseas. 18 Americans were on that ship and were quarantined. Does all this sound just a little bit familiar? Well, before you worry, let's talk to the doctor, Dr. Natalie Gentile, co-founder of Direct Care Physicians of Pittsburgh and founder of Rebel Wellness, is here to break it all down. What is hantavirus? Who may be at risk? And what do people need to know to stay safe without panicking? I feel like we're all a bit on edge just because we feel like the COVID virus, it seems as though it just happened. Should we be worried about this?
You should be concerned and informed, but not panicked.
Okay.
Right? So part of being a citizen of this world is being aware of what's going on around us. But with this current case of hantavirus and it being on this cruise ship, well contained, well studied, we do not need to be panicked as a general public right now.
Well, that's good to know. And I feel like there's so much talk about this. So many people are trying to explain exactly what it is. What is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a family of viruses, hantavirus. Specifically why they're concerned right now with this outbreak is because it's the Andes strain, and this strain can pass human to human. Now, up to this point, the hantaviruses that we've heard about are the ones that are specifically from rodents to humans, right? So now we've got this human-to-human transmission, and that is scary because it's acting differently than what we are used to. But you have to understand that this type of transition human-to-human with this strain, you have to be really close for a prolonged period of time with someone that is sick. Okay. So it's not like you're just generally passing someone on the streets and could get this transmitted to you if they have hantavirus.
Does it transmit in the air, or do you have to physically touch someone? How does it pass from person to person?
Have to, from rodent to person.
Rodent to person.
That specific transmission is rodent droppings, saliva, urine. So it's really through the air from what's called aerosolizing. We're getting into the air from those droppings. From human to human, it's from close contact from those secretions.
Yeah, what would you say is the biggest misconception about this virus?
That it's going to be the next global pandemic, right? I think we are tuned in and very understandably afraid anytime we hear these types of outbreaks. But again, this is not something that we are seeing as a risk for the next pandemic right now.
All right, and who's at risk for exposure? Is it any of us? Is it the elderly?
It's really those of us that are exposed to rodent droppings, to rodent urine, saliva. So think camping in an enclosed space without good ventilation. Think you're cleaning up rodent droppings with no mask or gloves on, again, in a very enclosed space. So there are basic precautions you can take, trying to avoid contact in the first place. But if you're cleaning out these areas, your old shed, right, or places where you see rodent droppings, put on a mask, put on gloves, spray some bleach over that first, and then remove it safely, as opposed to these dry conditions that have no ventilation. That's going to cause more risk. Yeah,
I think what really made this virus scary is because people were thinking about, like, if I contract this, am I going to make it? Like, how fatal is this virus?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a high fatality once you get really sick with this virus. In some cases, 30 to 40%. That's scary. And we don't have a vaccine. We don't have known treatments. It's really supportive care. So of course that can be really scary, but this virus shows symptoms, right? So we can do contact tracing. We can be aware of where this is happening and try and contain it, which, unlike COVID, where we had asymptomatic people transmitting it, right? So we're talking about a totally different beast here, and I think it's important for people to understand that.
Yeah, do you think eventually they'll come out with a vaccine for this, or?
I think we can only hope that we continue to have funding and support and research around these types of illnesses and outbreaks so that we can get treatments and vaccines when needed.
Yeah, and so what do you think the biggest takeaway for viewers is? I heard a lot of people saying, you know what, that's it. Never going on another cruise again. Like, that's what you think initially, right?
Right. Yeah. And I think we can only continue to live our lives at this point, right? This is an isolated incident that nobody could have really predicted. But taking precautions when appropriate is the best course of action.
Yeah, and I was wondering too, it's always, you hear about people who have compromised immune systems. I would assume that they would be susceptible to something like this.
Sure, if you have compromised immune systems, you're already susceptible to most any illness that's out there. And so there are basic precautions for those people to take regardless of hantavirus or COVID or flu, right? Yes. Anything that's going around. you're at higher risk. And so it's important to mask up in, big public spaces and take care when cleaning areas around the house.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Natalie, for breaking that down. It's good. All right. Learn more about Direct Care Physicians of Pittsburgh and Rebel Wellness on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Well, still to come on the show, KDKA reporter Barry Pentar is standing by in the newsroom with the stories you won't want to miss tonight on the KDKA Evening News.